Do you want to know why? Here's the thing that dictates.
Well, you gotta answer the yes or no first.
Okay, I do not mind. Do you want to know why?
Why?
And this has nothing to do with, like. Okay, I've seen my mom grow up
taking care of all four of us by herself.
Doing things a man should have fucking done.
We were raised by women, so
you see what I'm saying?
Raised by women, written by women.
You feel what I'm saying? So in my mind, like, I want to be able to do everything.
Yeah.
And let her still do her shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if she wants to do her shit or help me or whatever, sure. But if I got it, we're locked.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
And there's like that dynamic of like, you've got to trust me. Like,
right.
You've got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like, you can't fight me. Like, you got to trust my wisdom. You feel me? Like, you got to trust my wisdom.
What's relinquish? Is that the?
I guess. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Relinquish.
And just trust, let go.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's all I ask. Trust and respect, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And I already see you as an equal person because, you know what I'm saying? We are all human. I bleed, you bleed. You see what I'm saying? We at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're here to experience, for the human experience, to experience life. You see what I'm saying? And we're each doing our own thing. But we can share that experience. You see what I'm saying? It adds more to who we are. So as long as we have that understanding, bro, and it's like you respect me and you know, you just let me just, if I figured it out, like I can see shit in my head, I figured it out. You know, here are the fruits of my labor. Just trust me, I got this. And if you got an idea, all right, put it to the table. Put it to the table. You know, I invest in that idea.
We'll explore it. Yeah.
We'll explore it.
Yeah.
It's a team effort.
Right. We'll explore it because I value what you're saying.
Yeah.
You come from an entire different human experience.
And all you ask is for trust.
And all I ask you is to trust me. The same way I'm trusting your ideas.
And people, when they hear the word trust, they're like,
it's spooky.
Like, they freak out. But
it's
like,
spooky.
I think if you're mature, if you're emotionally and mentally
it's
mature
spooky.
enough, you realize that, like, obviously trust is earned, which means it takes time. So you're not going to immediately have it over time. Like, I feel like you will always, like, gradually, as you're with that person, you will earn it. Does that make sense? It will develop, and like the trust will strengthen. So.
Fix her camera.
My camera. What's going on with my camera?
Oh, she's more on the edge. You gotta send her. There you go. That's perfect. No, but yeah, and then of course, yes, I would pay. Because of course I was the oldest son, so grew up fast. Had to be the dad.
Had to be the dad. Boy, that man will work.
This is why people are like, "You're old."
You're old.
When I was 25, they thought I was 30.
Yeah.
I'm now 34. They think I'm 40.
Bro.
But you're 34. I thought you were like 32, 33.
DC, look at that. I appreciate that.
It's that sunscreen.
No, that's that Batman soap. What you talking about?
The Batman, bro. You just bought it last week. It de-aged you, man. What the fuck? We got some new serum now. Huh?
Oh man, I just
we got
face.
The secret sauce.
No,
okay.
so me having to grow up fast, working early as a kid, and just watching like the Family Matters and all that.
I watch old school.
All these old school shows.
The Brady Bunch.
Yeah, I would literally watch the father figure and how they moved, and then the mindset.
And
of
I would clock it.
I would clock it.
I would clock it.
So,
because I'm like, all right, my mom is momming.
Yeah.
And when she has to be stern, she's stern. But I know she's not.
Yeah.
What the dad should be.
What the dad, yeah.
But like, I'm watching TV. I'm like, all right.
Well, there's like this saying that like it's like the man is something, but the woman is the heart, like the soul. Does that make sense? Like the man is like the mind, but the woman's like
head.
The head, and the woman's like the heart.
It's a Christian.
soul.
It's a Christian thing.
Yeah.
The man's the head, the woman's the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the neck. The neck. Sorry, the woman's the neck.
I'm pretty sure it's the soul.
The soul.
Heart.
I don't know.
This
is
don't listen to me.
neck.
You know.
What?
But I think like that it's very true. Very true. That dynamic. And I think when you first start dating somebody, don't immediately go into the whole idea of like, is this person going to be my wife? Is this person going to be my girlfriend? I think you should go in like, can I respect this? Can I learn to respect this person as a person?
Right.
That's why I believe that when you first start dating somebody, ask yourself, would I be friends with this person?
Right.
Like, because if you think
That's
like,
real.
where do you think it's saying?
That's
like,
real.
Where do you think it's saying like, oh, I married my best friend came from?
That's real. No, that's real.
Like,
So quick questions for you: when you
Yes.
go into a dating somebody, especially for you youngins, do you guys like pour out the expectations? Like what? Not expectations, but what your goal is. What do you see yourself in the future? Like, do you want kids? Do you see this?
Yeah, like how do you lay it out?
Like how,
right?
yeah, how do you lay it out?
First date, you got to
First
set up the
yeah.
date.
Or you guys just talk
So
about
I'm saying, like, is this a
random things?
business meeting? Like, these are my expectations.
like just like
We're trying to-
I need you to be
like,
punctual.
portfolio with
We're trying-
questions
I
at
need
the
shirts
interview.
tucked, belts buckled.
Oh man,
What the fuck? Bodies washed.
Wake up at 7 a.m.
What?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
your car better be parked straight.
That's wild. That's wild.
Oh man.
Yeah. How does that work? you know?
What is like through, if you can give us your anecdotal experience when you go out on first date, like what do you, and it doesn't have to be somebody specific, it could just be any dates that you've been on, like what do you specifically let the guy, like tell the guy when you're talking to them?
I don't jump into being like, I want to be married, I want to be a mom, I want to have X amount of kids.
I'm out 50-50.
Bro, you just see the smoke cloud, like the dust cloud.
That does
50-50.
scare them.
They're like,
nowadays, guys
nah,
are
ma,
like,
bro.
children. I should be your only child you have to take care of.
What about the children? The children.
The children.
Oh, that's
the muffin man.
That's spooky. That's spooky.
Oh my god. Like I remember my first boyfriend. I was so scared to talk about wanting kids and being married because he's my first boyfriend.
Gotcha.
And I thought that would run because I knew that relationship wasn't gonna last, so I could kind of sense that like I don't think he wants that, and that was when I was like, And then my second relationship I got into, it was like first weekend, what's your baby names? It was like I told you. Yeah, you know.
I want to be under your skin.
I want to be under your skin.
You know the whole 9 yards, and that's basically.
Yep, we don't have to recap that.
No, we don't.
Oh, shit.
There's so many details of that. Like, oh lord.
I want to be under your skin.
That's spooky
Yeah.
activity.
And
But-
then
Go ahead.
And that freaked you out.
yeah. But then in my mind, I was like, oh, it's so hard to find somebody who wants to be married, that wants to have kids. I need to hold on to this.
Gotcha.
And then I realized I was like,
You don't
"What?"
have to. Yeah.
Yeah, it was too fast. I think those things that you guys like, those things that in life that you desire, they will come out eventually. Like if things are gonna are a gradual build and it goes slowly, and like, cause you know what they say, slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
So I think over time, like those things will come out, and you'll sense those things in them too.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so this is gonna be like nice big block question. Okay, so with today's dating, from the outside looking in, right? Because I'm still old school with this shit. When I'll walk up to the cashier,
Nigga,
or
you're
something.
30.
I'll walk up to the cashier, be like, hey, groceries and shit, or whatever. But when you commodify dating like this, or it's just like I don't even have to go out to meet someone.
Yeah. Apps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're lowering that threshold for work and reward.
You are.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like when it's that easy to just, I don't know, like the word too many options is an understatement. You see what I'm saying? It's like not too many options. It's like the access to the options is easier.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you have to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah.
More options.
This is crazy word. Like,
Yeah.
do you see what I'm saying? It's been commodified. So it's like I feel like a lot of people don't realize how that warps the brain. And another question I want to ask is, like, in terms of finding a long-term partner, right? Because we're constantly becoming a better or higher version of ourselves.
If we're actively working.
If we're actively working. Well, everything in life is a lesson. No matter what the
True.
lowest point you are, that is a lesson. And you only go up. That's my motto. You only go up. No matter how far down you go, the only way to go is up.
Is
Yes.
up. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, no matter where you meet someone in their life, they're constantly actively becoming a new person. And you 5 years ago, yourself didn't know what you wanted as a person. So could you assume that 5 years from now you will be a different person?
Oh, most definitely.
Now, my question is, let's say you do find a partner.
Okay.
Won't that partner also be a different person as well?
Yes, and I think that's where you have to like learn to accept how people change. And that's the whole point of like you grow together.
Yeah,
Now, can I preface this?
Yes.
Now, when it comes to like, right, we all have our standards. We have our, right. Now, are you setting like, okay, he hits all these marks, but this one thing is a red flag, I'm out?
It depends on what the red flag
I gotcha.
is. Like if it's like if he, like I want to have kids, so like if he's like, oh, I don't want to have kids. I mean,
5 years that might change.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, but it's a big. I mean, it's a big deal. And I mean, you're bringing life into the world, so that's kind of like,
Right.
if you don't want to bring life into the world, but I do, like that's kind of
Right.
Yeah, on top of that, you don't want to waste 5 years waiting. To
That's
see.
what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It ultimately,
I'm like definite. Like,
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
that, and you need to be definite.
I think
about that.
ultimately the issue with dating on like, if I could sum it up,
Mm-hmm.
there's no respect for time, and we don't realize how little of it we have.
Yeah.
I feel like people are rushing it based off of this idea that we're all on a clock, that like
Right.
by a certain age we need to be married, by a certain
Right.
age we need to have kids and have
Right.
a house.
Right.
And I don't think that's the case, because we're all on our own individual clock.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mentally,
Meant,
but
yeah.
nature.
True.
Remember, we always try to fight nature.
We do.
We always try to fight nature. Nature has the clock.
Yeah.
Chronologically, yeah, sure, we could have all the time in the world. You know what I'm saying? But nature has a clock.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And I mean,
And I'm not here to say, because we have free will. We
You
have
can
free
do
will.
whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. I'm not here to say you have to do this. I just want everyone to know this is the nature of reality. This is what it is. You must make the decisions you make knowing what the consequences will be in the future.
And like you said, 38 and wanting kids.
You feel me?
that's why, like, I think you really need to like learn about yourself. And then when you date, be serious.
Be serious.
And don't compromise
Be
morals,
serious.
values, ethics.
Be serious.
And take your time. Don't rush it, because you don't want to like end up marrying the guy from college. I'm trying to like,
And then break up with him.
and then get divorced.